Alright. Let's get stuff posted everywhere first. Okay. Hopefully everything's working. I have no idea which mic OBS is using. Seems alright. Alright, so we'll wait a little bit so we can get a few more people in. Once we've got a few people in, we'll start checking out these cards. I've cheated a little bit, looked a little bit off stream, but I haven't looked at them all, so especially not these shitty normal cards anyway. Hey Panther. Okay, so we'll wait just a little bit longer. The only cards like I've actually seen properly were the ones that were showed in Brad's video, so I've seen most of the ultra rares and some of the SRs. All this stuff though, we're yet to go through. Hey Kev. Meme review. Not quite. Close enough though. Not quite. Oh god, I hit myself twice. I didn't add everyone on Discord. Not explaining where half of those people went. Alright, maybe that'll get a few more people's attention. Those fucking me, this is taking a while to fill up. Then again, it is a Thursday for most of you guys. Hey Andre. Send deck for tournament? For my tournament? Dude, haven't you announced the bracket for that yet?
Games on motorcycles!
But yeah, if Andre's put his name on, he's probably already in it. Here we go. Shit. Here we go again. Thank you for the follow, buddy. We'll give it like 3 more minutes, then we'll just start out of pure boredom anyway. Free to play Pog? Is it actually? I don't know how free to play this is. I haven't gone through it all, but there's some cards in here that you may want 3 of. Alright, now it's filling up. Feels good, man. Alright, we'll start. Alright, so first card. I don't think any of these are reprints, because I think Duel Links Meta's side is just the leaks, and the leaks don't show any reprints, so I'm going to assume all these are new. Just going to purely assume. And I kind of wish I could make it a bit... Can I make it a little bit bigger? It's kind of a little aids to read this. There you go, you guys can read that, I think. Okay. When a face-up heroic monster you control is targeted for an attack, target another face-up level 4 or lower heroic monster you control, double its attack during this battle phase, then switch the attack to it, and conduct damage calculation. I can see some really annoying things with this card. Kind of similar to Spike Shield with Chain. The fucking... Not Spike... Is it Spike Shield with Chain? They showed Spike Shield, right? Flashbacks to this card where you just swing into it, then just all of a sudden just kill yourself straight out of the bat. I don't think... I doubt you're going to be using this card. Maybe you will. I have no idea how, like, the stat line of heroic monsters get to, but a trap card that forces your opponent to swing into a specific monster and double its attack gives me some flashbacks to just Spike Shield and Chain, just absolutely just dumpstering people. But certainly a good meme out of it anyway. I don't think it's going to be all that competitive. Like, I don't think you'd run this over just the normal trap cards in the game, but... yeah, it's pretty fun. I see the Constellar card and I'm happy, but there's a Constellar card in here. Nice. Alright, so I have no idea how good this card is. I would say it's probably not better than running Canardi or a Floodgate, but, you know, it's a good meme anyway. People swing into that. It's kind of nasty. Doubling an attack is always kind of nasty. Could have some weird OTKs going on. Side Frame Accelerator. Once per turn, you can pay 500 life points, then target... also, it's a continuous trap. Then target one side frame monster you control, banish it until your next standby phase. Once per turn, if another face-up side frame card you control leaves the field, except during sunset, you can spirit summon side monster from your hand. I don't think you'll use this, unless if for some reason you need side frames to be banished. I have no idea what the side frame art type's like. I haven't seen the cards yet, but... currently it's only used for like dodging shit, unless of course you specifically need the cards to banish themselves to activate their effects. I don't know. Also, I guess it's special. That's special summon one from your hand. I'm not sure how useful that is when you've got a card that's banished though. It's not like it gives you into a free synchro summon. Unless of course you're banishing your tuner and it re-summons itself. I have no idea. Yeah, it's all new? Alright, thanks, Brad. You'll find that artifact special summon trap. Yes, I don't see this card being useful until I've gone through the other side cards. It's too hard to like know if the banish effect is useful. Because like the only way you'd use this card is if for some reason it's like easier to synchro summon, like you banish the monster on the board, special summons the card from hand, and then brings that one back as well or something. Synchro summon? I don't know. We'll move on. Heroic Chance. Target one face-up heroic monster you control. This turn, double its attack, but it cannot attack directly. Okay. I could see some good memes out of this one. Very good memes out of this one. Who needs to attack directly when you've got like an 8k beta? Concentrating current slam and activate Heroic Chance on it? I want to look through all these. I want to know what these heroic cards are, because so far there's some pretty good fucking memes in here. Now there's 2 lots of cards that double attack. Jeez. Ooh. I want to play this. I want to test this shit out. There's got to be some good memes of this card. Easy OTKs. Is it going to be better than running like a Canardia or a Concentrating Current? Who knows? It's not a quick play, so it's probably not better than Concentrating, but you never know. Could be a sick little OTK going on. Wait, have we? Why is there like sub icons next to people that are subbed? Have I not got sub icons? That's kind of awkward. Oh, there was. Oh, I see. You used your points to activate it. Have you? Oh, I see. My bad. The new point system? Yeah, I haven't seen that stuff yet. I've not really paid too much attention to it. Alright. Constellar Twinkle. Target one Constellar monster you control, increases level by 1 or 2. If this card is in the graveyard, you banish one Constellar monster from your graveyard, add this card to your hand. So we don't care. Next. Psy Impulse. Tribute one psychic monster, return all cards in your opponent's hand to the deck. Then draw 3 cards. Wait. Then they draw 3 cards. What the fuck? Why? Okay. I mean, this sounds like a good meme if they had Draw and Lockbird in the game, but otherwise, yeah, making them draw 3 cards basically returns them to their starting hand size. That's just, I think that's going to be completely useless. No one's going to use that. Unless there's some reason you like your opponent drawing cards. But god, this would be a good meme if Draw and Lockbird was in the game. It's literally like using the Trickstar card. Thankfully that's not in the game. More points to an emote, let's go. Alright, to make sure my camera isn't blocking the cards. Alright, Heroic Challenger class. Oh, so this is one of the heroic monsters. Class Sword. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Heroic Challenge monster, you can add one Heroic Challenger monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. So I guess this is used for like a chaining effect. If you can special summon it from the deck, it then summons another one. Or adds one to hand. Okay, very low attack stat, so doubling it quite right now would be pretty useless, but it does add one to hand if it's special summoned, so I guess you can do some cool little chaining going on. Could go into something cool. I have to go through the rest of them to see if it's any good though. Alright, another Heroic Challenger, level 1. During your standby phase, you contribute this card to special summon up to 2 Challenger monsters from your hand and or graveyard. That's kind of cool, except itself. You can use the fate to Challenger once per turn. When you do, you can banish this card from your graveyard, make one of your monsters you control become level 1. Okay, so I guess there has to be more than level 1. Right, okay. So we're already seeing a little bit of synergy here. This card can special summon this one to tribute to search for something. So there's already a little bit of synergy going on. Okay. Worth noting heroics on XYZ archetypes as future potential. Okay. I can see that with this card. Like if you had 2 level 4s in the grave, distribute this guy, or 2 in hand. 2 level 4s, instant thing. Alright, cool. Or you can make them both level 1. I don't know if there's any XYZ level 1s. I've never actually checked that before. Or XCs level 1s. Do we have new waifus in this box? So far I haven't seen any, personally, but there might be some later on. We can only hope. How you doing? Just made it? I'm doing alright. We only just started, so you're good, buddy. Alright, Super Heavy Samurai Drum. If this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Super Heavy Samurai you control. Your graveyard, special summon it. Wait, so if it's destroyed, it special summons one from the graveyard. That's it. I don't like the look of this. It is a tuner. That's probably its main use. So if you need a super heavy samurai tuner, here is one. Its effect is kind of. I guess to be fair, if the synchro monsters are super heavy samurai and you tribute using this card, Like if they're all the super heavy samurais, I assume all their synchros are also called super heavy. It just means later on in the game if you draw this and set it, you can bring back one of your synchros from the grave maybe. Its effect in itself is kind of pretty irrelevant. Unless you're destroying one of your own cards, destroy one of your opponents or something. It's pretty irrelevant from there though. It is a tuner though, so if we need a tuner, there's one. Super Heavy Samurai Soul Beads. You can target one Super Heavy Samurai monster you control, equip this monster from your hand or your side of the field to that target. Okay. Each turn, the first time that monster with this card with this effect will be destroyed by a card effect is not destroyed. When a defensive monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you send this card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon the monster in attacking position. Yeah, god, that's such a weird effect. I'm gonna assume it's not good. It seems pretty bad. Its effect is so odd though. When a defense position monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon the monster. Also, it's like a hand trap. That's so weird. It's like a... Okay. Wait, does that include your opponent's monsters too? Okay. What a weird hand trap. So you can use this in things that are not Super Heavy Samurai true. You just want to just steal stuff in defense position? Or like, that's so weird. The big Super Heavies can attack and defense. Oh, okay, okay. So got some more Cocytus style stuff. Good to see we've got the anal beads to go with the Cocytus. Perfect. What a weird... Okay, we'll have to wait till later on to see if this card's any better. Anything that can make Baby Dragon better? True.
What is your favourite thing to do on New Year's, Dad? I'm electrified to hear the result.
My favourite thing to do on New Year's? Just get real drunk, I guess. Get real drunk, turn on the TV and watch the Pop Asia countdown. Actually, I have no idea if Pop Asia is global, when I think about it. Yeah, just lots and lots of alcohol, generally. Get drunk, baby. Of course, of course. My Wi-Fi died, the donation went through. Thanks for the dono, anybody, buddy. Basically, in short, just get real drunk. Anyway, next on the line. Soul Horns. You can target one super monster you control, equip this monster from your hand to the side of the field, so same as the last one. You can make a second attack during each battle phase, better effect too. Once cards in a monster by its card's effect, you can special summon this card. So it just makes something attack twice. Seems a lot worse than the previous, never mind. I prefer being able to attack twice, but the fact this has like some weird hand trap effect makes it a lot better. I don't know about this one. So many low level cards too. During your battle phase, if your Super Heavy Samurai monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, this battle phase, you can quick effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using materials you control, including this card. If you have no spell traps in your graveyard, you can target one Super Heavy Samurai monster synchro monster you control, reduce its level by 1. If you do, special summon this card from your grave. Also, you can special summon monsters this turn, except Super Heavy Samurai monsters. Jeez. That is a wall of text. So it can only be used when you destroy an opponent's monster. So that's a pretty weak effect, because generally that means you have to be using it when you're already ahead. And the effects that are good only when you're ahead are bad effects. But it may be that we need a tuner of this sort for some reason, but other than that, I don't think you'd want to use this unless you specifically need this level 2 tuner. Like if the Super Heavies need a level 2 tuner, that's probably why you'd use this. Otherwise it seems kinda eh. Yeah, I think that's kind of fair. It may be that we need a level 2 Super Heavy tuner for the Super Heavy stuff, which then we'd use it. Otherwise, yeah. You have to destroy stuff to use its effect, so yeah, it's pretty bad. Channel points OP, god damn it. Everyone just stealing all the emotes. No one needs to sub. Feels bad, man. If this card is sent to the graveyard as Synchron material monster, you can add one spell card from your deck to your hand with polymerization or fusion in the card name. And this is a spellcaster. So the aim of this is to synchro summon, then use Neo's fusion. Gotcha. Okay. I can see some dumb shit happening with this. I'm not really sure, like, what you'd want to use with it, but you can search for Neo's fusion with this. I guess that's the first thing that comes to most people's minds, is a free Neo's fusion. Okay. Has potential, has potential. Not sure what with, but it has some potential somewhere. It's a level 2 monster that you want to synchro summon with, so it's pretty bad, but maybe. Alright. Psi Fragment Gear Epsilon. Cannot be known as summoned or set. Must be summoned by card effect, I can only summon by other ways. What other ways are there except by card effect? Okay. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a trap card while you control no monsters, you can special summon both this card from your hand and one Psi-Frame driver from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And if you do, negate the activation. And if you do that, destroy that trap card. What the fuck? Your opponent, during other player's turn, while your opponent activates a trap card while you control no monsters. You have to have no monsters to use this. You can special summon this card from your hand and one Psi-Frame driver from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and if you do, negate the activation of the trap and destroy it. So it's like a negate trap. During the end phase, banish the face-up monsters special summon by this effect. Can you synchro summon during your opponent's turn with this shit? Or like, why would you want to use this then? You have to get your opponent to actually use a trap card for it to work. Seems kind of hard to do. Seems very hard to use this card. Considering like it's a good hand trap, but unfortunately it has the card text if you control no monsters. Not sure about that one. That's not time saying no one. It's like a really old archetype. Their field spell allows them to synchro during their opponent's turn. Okay, that makes this card a little bit better. A little bit. It's like, again, you have to make your opponent use a trap card during their turn. Or during your turn, either one. It seems kind of hard to do without using any monsters. Alright. Holy shit, wait, don't we already have this card? Or a card similar? Dude, we definitely have a snail like this already. I remember reviewing this card. Mechanical Snail, a cyborg snail that still travels at a slow pace. 800 attack. No, I swear I've reviewed a card like this before. We've seen it somewhere. Level 3 machine Nor monster. Honestly, it doesn't really look all that scary, honestly. Dude needs to work on his calf muscles. And his thighs, goddamn. Alright, next. Super Heavy Samurai Prepped Defense. Cannot be normal or flipped summoned if you have any spell trap cards in your graveyard. Okay. Weird. When you take battle damage, if you have no spell traps in your graveyard and this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card. And if you do, it cannot destroy battle or card effects this turn. What a weird card. Free special summon that puts this card in defense, and you put it in defense at 2100 and it can't be destroyed. You have to have no spell or trap cards in your graveyard. Huh. What a weird card. I have no idea what to think about this one. Super Heavy Samurai's deck that runs no spells or traps? Really? Ooh, that'd be cool. Okay, I'd love to see that shit. I guess because it's filled with hand traps, right? Maybe not then. Feel like playing it's fucking Boojin. Interesting, okay, we might use this. It's kind of slow, and I assume you want to be a bit faster with the Super Heavy Samurai stuff, so this might be a bit too slow for that. You may just go for some other special summoning stuff instead. We are still only in the normals, so the fuck, to Synchro in the normals? That's kind of cool. Alright, so this card, first thoughts, seems pretty slow, but there may be like, it may be just a really good method of summoning stuff, we'll see. Alright. Alright, well, not jump charge, we're at. Constellinios. Okay, a Constell that is below level 5. That's good to know. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Constell monster in addition to your normal summon set per turn. So they're still useless. Gotcha. Alright. I mean, it's not a bad effect. Maybe there's some good Constellas coming up. I see one coming up here. Maybe they are good. But this card by itself isn't going to fix the archetype. It's still going to be bad for now until there's actually a proper fix. Which there might be in this box. So I think it's meant to be an XYZ archetype anyway. Junk Charger. You can only use the following effect junk turn once per turn. If this card's normal special summoned, you can target one junk monster on the field, then activate one of these effects. Increase them by 1 or reduce them by 1. So it's just a shitty tuner. But it's a charger, so I assume there's a charger synchro monster that needs specifically this one. So we'll see if that card's any good. So I assume there is one. And so it's a pretty cool XYZ monsters? Yeah, I imagine so. Chunk Charger has PP. For fuck's sake. Why did I need to know that? You know you've ruined this card art for me forever now? Every time I'll see this card art, I'll just think those words. Why did you do it? Why? Did you have to? I could have gone to the rest of my life without knowing that fucking information. Now that's all I'm going to see when I see this goddamn card. For fuck's sake. Alright, move on. Wood Clown. A creature with a wicked smile and a lethal sickle. Is he coming out of a tree? Okay. It's just a clown coming out of a tree. I mean, trees don't exactly move, so he's not all that scary, really. Shut the fuck up, Andre. Alright. Rapid Warrior. During your main phase 1, you can activate this card's effect. If you do, it can attack your opponent directly this turn. Other ones can attack during the turn you activate this effect. I mean, that's 1,200 direct damage. That's not bad. 1,200 direct damage isn't bad. I don't think you're going to use this for anything, but there'll be some amusing OTKs with this, I guess. Because 1,200 already base is a pretty big stat line for a thing that can attack directly. Especially just on a generic monster. Might be some dumb OTKs with it. Is it meta? No way. But yeah, some cool OTKs with it. Discount Karate Man? I mean, Karate Man needs a card to hit directly. Anyone remember clown control decks? Yes, I made multiple videos on them, sadly. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target one face-up right monster you control, except this card. This card gains attack equal to that face up to the end of the battle phase. Okay. I mean, it's not a terrible effect. It means you can't really swing at it. So it just means this card can't be swung at. So you have like another card that can't be targeted for attacks or has already got too high a stat line. This card's just like always safe from battle. It's a pretty weak stat line on its own though, so it doesn't really do much unless you want to protect it for like a Synchro next turn or something. Otherwise its effect is kinda meh. You just keep yourself alive. I don't think you really want this though, because again, I think it's too slow. There's probably better cards than this that you could stick in the deck. So I can see the only reason you'd want this is to keep it alive so you can like summon a tuner next turn and Synchro summon. So it's probably a better card than this. Hype Warrior with Assault Arm for 2 direct attacks. I think Assault Arm is limited too, so that's kind of... Alright. Super Heavy Samurai Kabuto. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can change as many... What? You can change as many attack positions to Samurai monsters you control as possible defense position, and if you do, the ones changed this effect gain 500 to the end of the turn. Okay, another weird ass effect. These cards have so weird effects in this fucking box. Okay. So you put your stuff in defense and buff it a little bit when your opponent special summons a monster. Okay, so this card will have like 2,500 defense. Probably not all that useful, I'm going to assume. Unless, of course, you just summon these really easily for some reason. I don't know, it doesn't seem all that useful. Like I said, they can attack while in defense, and that would be useful. But you'd lose the defense. Yeah, you'd lose the defense next turn anyway. So it doesn't really do anything. Like you don't keep the 500 stat permanently. Like you just change into defense yourself manually. Just kind of meh. And this, of course, like you need to change your monsters into defense because they always summon an attack. But this looks like a Synchro archetype, so you wouldn't need to do that. So I'm gonna go with nah. Pretty bad. Go next. All right. Another lower level Concealer. Nice. When this card is normal summoned, normal special summoned, all concealed monsters you control gain 500 attack. That's definitely still not good enough to make Concealers good, right? No. You know, there's a few more Concealers coming up, so maybe this box will be good for them. I know I talked shit about this card earlier, I just kind of ignored it, but maybe this card will be okay. Alright, next. Leo, a wizard. A mysterious magician that cloaks itself with a black cape. Its identity is a talking lion beast. Okay. He's got his fucking nails clipped. Okay. Cool. And Atsu and
Ansatsu.
Ansatsu.
there you go. A silent and deadly warrior specializing in assassinations. A level 5 monster. Oof. Okay then. A card that you will never ever see play. Alright, next. That's an OG card, by the way. Oh yeah? Should have stayed OG. Next. Artifact Labyrinth. You can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap card zone as a spell card. That's kind of cool. During your opponent's turn, if this set card is in your spell and trap card zone, is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon it. When artifact card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, it's in your championship, you can special summon this card from your hand. So you can just special summon a free 2,300 attack monster. I don't think we particularly want just a free 2,300 attack monster if I'm honest, but it's a hand trap, maybe it'll get used. I doubt it though. Its effect doesn't seem all that great. Considering especially like setting this card is bad because people are going to banish it anyway, because everyone uses Cosmic Cyclone. So, probably a bad effect. I don't think we're going to want to use this one. Artifact Mjolnir. You can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap card zone as a spell card. During your opponent's turn, if this set card is destroyed into your graveyard, special summon it. Okay, same as the previous. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, target one artifact monster in your graveyard, special summon it defense position. Also, you can special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except artifact monsters. So this card's gonna be bad because no one, once again, no one's going to be destroying it whilst it's in your spell and trap card zone. They're going to be banishing it. Unless, of course, you can destroy your own spell and trap cards, which then maybe will be used. But this one has to be destroyed during your opponent's turn, so like Storm wouldn't work with it. Double Cyclone would though. Like the 2 Cyclone one, whatever it's called. Actually, the new event is it's all Lord. Yeah, I've been trying to make a deck with that recently. The thing, it's a lot of decks that can use it, but for example, if I was trying Element Saber with it, but unfortunately people just keep conceding when you start winning with Element Saber, so like getting gameplays for that deck is so fucking hard. Because you win with Element Saber without using the Lord. It's so AIDS. Also, it's kind of hard to summon. You need 5 cards in the grave. Anyway, back onto the point. The level 3 might be better if we don't get Concealer Claws. It gives you an extra normal summon needed to get 2 light level 5s into play. I mean, I guess so. It's just we don't have XYZ yet, so it's kind of... Artifact Failnaught. You can set this card from your hand to spell a trap card saying as a spell card. During your opponent's turn, it says card destroyed, blah blah blah, it special summons itself. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can target one artifact monster in your spell. We're not going to be able to use any of these though, unless you can destroy your own stuff. Like, these cards, like, they may be useful if it's like an effect later on from these artifact things that destroys your own back row themselves. Because getting your opponent to destroy them isn't going to happen. So maybe there's an effect that you can destroy your own stuff. Maybe. And that's when you'd use stuff like this. Now, this effect itself is kind of a bit iffy. So you have to have stuff in the grave ready for it to be useful. Artifact, Achilles Shield. Same effect as the previous. You can set this card from your hand, blah blah blah. If this card's special summon during your opponent's turn, your opponent cannot target artifact monster control for attacks for the rest of this turn. Okay, that could be a useful effect if you can destroy your own stuff. Because you just destroy it, summon it, your opponent can't attack you anymore. Good. That could be a useful effect, but yeah, it depends on if obviously you have a way of destroying your own stuff, which I imagine you do. Is Yoke's head as shiny as it sounds? Certainly is. Artifact Ages. Same as the previous. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, artifact monster control can be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effect until your turn. Again, another effect that could be useful if you can destroy your own stuff. Like, your opponent could target one of your things for destruction, you activate its effect, destroy your back row, destroy this Aegis, protects your monster. So it could be a useful effect if there's some things up here later on, which there might be. I assume the the artifact cards get used during your opponent's turn fairly often. I'm going to imagine so. Both these ones could be used. I'm not sure about these other ones though. These two could get used. Royal Guard, a mechanized soldier created to protect royalty. I would not want this thing protecting me. Dude, it looks like a fucking balloon. That is not very threatening. Has it got a key in its back? Okay, next. Heroic Challenger Warhammer. Alright, we've got a big boy. When this card destroys an opponent's online battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can equip the destroyed monster to this card. Okay, so you can attack either of the equipped monsters. What? We're not going to use this, right? There's no way. It's too much of a high level to use. We've already got effects that can do similar to this, and they're already not already played. So next. Constellar Alrestia. When this card's normal summon, you can summon one Constellar monster from your hand in face-up defense position. When this card is a normal summoned, and it's already a high-level monster. So you have to tribute summon, and then you can special summon something. Nope, that's not going to fix Constellars. I got my third copy of a Emissary. Fuck you, I'm on the at 2 still. Psyframe Multi-Threader. This card name becomes Psyframe Driver while it's in the hand or graveyard, so there was a card earlier that can special summon these things. If a Psyframe Tuner is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, except in damage state, you special summon this card or banish it when it leaves the field. Okay. So there's a card that could special summon, that could search for this earlier at least. So I guess there's a bunch of frames that have counted as drivers. Okay, so we could search for this at least. Not sure we particularly want it yet, but we can at least search for it. We'll just see later on when we go through the other cards if this card's actually useful or not. Psyframe Driver. Oh, so this is actually Driver. A psychic soldier that rides into battle against the security forces on currents of lightning using an automatic amplifier called a Psyframe. Wow, thanks for the lore, buddy. Sick lore, bud. Righto. Super Heavy Samurai Beast Kobe. One tuner, one or more non-tuner Super Heavy Samurai monsters. This card can attack while in face-up defense position. Okay. If it does, apply its defense for damage calculation. If you have no spell or trap cards in your graveyard, this card gains 900 defense for each special summon monster your opponent controls. That's a good effect. Okay. This could be used in Super Heavy Samurais. This is a good effect, because most people have a special summon monster, and if they don't, it's going to be pretty hard for their normal summon monsters to have more than 2,500 defense or 2,500 attack. So this on average will have more attack than the monsters it's swinging at. Otherwise it just won't die, it'll just sit there. Okay, that's not a bad card. It does seem kind of hard to summon though, because you need a lot of levels for that shit. It's level 9. So it may be too high of a level to be like a consistent summon, but its effect isn't bad. It might be bad considering its level though. We'll see. Okay. Heroic Retribution Sword. Target one face-up heroic monster you control, equip this card to that target. All bound damage you take from battle involving the equipped monster is also inflicted to your opponent. After damage calculation, destroy any opponent's monster that battles the equipped monster. Okay, so it's like a Amazonas Swordswoman. So you equip this to your, where is it? You're the heroic boys here, your level 0 attack, equip it to this, boom, OTK your opponent when they kill themselves. I can see that being rather fucking annoying. I don't think this card will get play, because like it's not strong enough of an effect. I don't think. But maybe it will just because it's hella annoying. It's like hella annoying. I doubt it'll get play though. I don't think so. Heroics might actually be the free-to-play archetype in this box. I don't know, I haven't gone up further yet. God, it sounds annoying. I don't think we'll see play though, because you prefer to just run a floodgate over this shit, right? Telepathic Power. When a psychic type monster you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster, target the opponent's monster, destroy that target, and if you do, gain life points equal to the destroyed monster's attack. Nah, you won't use this. There's way better cards in the game. And there's already cards that have similar effects to this that you don't use, so you just won't be using this. And there's of course you can search for it, which I doubt it. It seems bad. Cybernetic Overflow. Banish any number of Cyber Dragon that have different levels from each other from your hand, graveyard, and or face up from your field. Then destroy the same number of cards your opponent controls. Okay. If this card of the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can add one Cyber spell trap when you take to your hand. You can use one Cyber effect one per turn. Interesting effect. Very interesting. So, any other Cyber Dragons that have different levels. So you have to be banishing Cyber Dragons that have like the card effect, this is counted as a Cyber Dragon while face up on the field or in graveyard or whatever. Most of them don't have in hand though. Not a terrible effect. It banishes them from graveyard, makes it kind of useful, because you don't really want to banish the Cyber Dragons themselves, so you want to use them to Synchro Summon, obviously. Or, sorry, Fusion Summon. Just useful afterwards, you can just remove stuff from your graveyard, remove your opponent's stuff. Not sure you'll use this one, but it's kind of there. Will you vlog when you go to Sydney region? I'm not going to Sydney region, or was it spelled Sydney wrong? Sydney is too far away. Most Cyber Dragons level 4 and 5. This is a worse treacherous? Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It's just kind of a worse treacherous. Although it can destroy back row too, can't it? Yeah, so you can destroy back row and stuff too, which makes it a bit better. It's a better treacherous, but it's kind of like it's going to be used afterwards. Like it's a slow card. You're going to be using it during your opponent's turn most of the time. It might be alright, but I don't know. So I presume you'd prefer to just use treacherous anyway. But it might be alright. It might be alright. It's not a terrible card by any means, but it's probably not going to make the cut of most Cyber Dragon decks. I think there's probably going to be better cards than this. Okay. Tuning Wear. This card can be treated as a level 2 monster when used for a Synchro Summon. If this card is sent to the graveyard for a Synchro Summon, draw 1 card. So it can be used as a level 2. Okay. Interesting effect. No idea if we have any particular use for this, but we might. I don't know. Like, you can compare this like Duel Wield in a way. I don't know. It might be alright. It's probably not going to be good, but it might be okay. Like, Duel Wield was only a rare, right? And that got used in everything, so maybe it'll be alright. Maybe. Okay. Frame Gear Alpha. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by a card effect and cannot be special summoned by other ways. When your opponent normal or special summons a monster, while you control no monsters except during the damage step, you can special summon both this card from your hand and one Safety Frame Drive from your hand, deck, or graveyard. If you do, add one summon card from your deck to your hand. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff. During the end phase, banish the face up monsters perform this effect. Okay. When your opponent normal or special summons a monster where you control no monsters Special summon both this card and one side driver from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And it's a tuner. So if you have a way of tuner synchro summoning during your opponent's turn, this could see play. I'm going to assume there is ways. I think someone told me earlier there's a field spell that lets them synchro summon during your opponent's turn. So I assume that's what this stuff's used for. Okay. So this card could see play. It's got a lot of effects. Has a search, has a potential synchro summon during your opponent's turn. If you can do it during your opponent's turn. Otherwise this card's useless. This card in Yu-Gi-Oh! We'll see. I have no idea if this card's going to... I have to wait till I see the other cards. Because I assume like something like this looks like it might be the card. It might be alright. It seems like a free synchro summon of like a level 5 or something. Or even bigger than that. So you just get this with your other side frame things, which already have like level 6 for example. This one's already huge. So you get like a level 7 with that. Yeah, you get level 7 out real easy with this shit. You get level 7 out during your opponent's turn. So it might be alright. Might even be core in the deck. We'll see. Lefty Driver. If this card is special summoned, you can make this card become level 3 until the end of its turn. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Righty Driver from your deck to your hand. What the fuck? Why? This is... I don't... What? I don't know. I don't understand this card. Okay. Do we need this? What is the purpose of this shit? Do we need to search for fucking Righty Driver for some reason? What the hell is Righty Driver? I assume we'll come across it later on and see if this card's actually useful or not. Super Heavy Samurai Trumpeter. What are these cards? Who designs this card art? If you have no spell check cards in your graveyard, you better summon this card from your hand. Okay, so if you're not, we already know we're not running any, so it's a free special summon level 2 tuner monster. Not bad. After this card is special summoned this way, you cannot special summon monsters for its turn except Super Hero Samurai monsters. We don't care. If this card is tributed but for the tribute summon of a Super Hero Samurai monster and sent to the graveyard, and you have no spell check cards in your graveyard, you better summon this card. Oh, it comes back again. Okay. So this card, good. Good card. This is a really easy Super Heavy Samurai things come out. Very good card. Very good card.
Our game's on motorcycle!
Thank you for the follow, buddy. Yeah, this is a good card. Good stuff. I assume most people will be using this if we need a level 2 tuner. If we don't need a level 2 tuner, we won't use it, but if we need one, we're going to be using this. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Level Warrior. If there are no monsters on the field, you can normal summon this card as a level 2 monster. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card as a level 4 monster. So it's like the fucking chicken, right? Except it's not a tuner, so we won't use it. But it is like the chicken, at least. But I don't think we're going to be using it. I don't think. Because it requires your opponent to have a monster for it to be special summonable, otherwise it's just a normal summon. So it's similar to the chicken-ish, except not a tuner and kind of bad. So I don't think we're going to be using this. The effect isn't horrible, but eh. Super Heavy Samurai Soul Shield Wall. You can target one Super Heavy Samurai monster you control, equip this monster from your hand or your field to the target. It gains 1200 defense. Okay. So we've already seen that Super Heavy Samurais can attack while in defense, right? As again, the art types mixed up. No, this one can attack and defense, okay. When the monster equipped with this card, by this effect is targeted for an attack, you can send this equipped card to the graveyard, negate the attack, but the equipped monster's defense becomes 0. And that's permanent. So you can keep it alive, but it makes its defense 0. I mean, it's a nice little stat buff. Not sure if we're going to be using this. It seems like like a flat stat buff is never really all that useful. Negating attack is also not really all that useful, especially if it like sits at that stat line permanently. But we have seen that the Super Heavy decks don't have like generic spell and trap cards, so this might be one of like the better just cards to shove in there to try and make them get around the fact they don't have any backline. Alright. Super Heavy Samurai Giga Gloves. Oof. This man has some big hands. If the card is sent to the graveyard and you have no special items in the graveyard, you can look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck, then place them on the top of the deck in any order. Not a terrible effect. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard, activate the top card of your deck, and if it is a Super Heavy Samurai monster, add it to your hand, and if you do, the Tame monster attack becomes 0. Okay. So if you have a way to send this to graveyard easily, or you just like use this with your tuner, wherever it was, the tuner monster, so you synchro summon at level 5, this is in your graveyard. You get a free excavate and add it to your hand after already looking at the top 5 cards to get the cards you want. But it has to be a direct attack, right? Declaring a direct attack makes this card a lot worse. It's kind of like a Kite Ride in a way. But I don't think it's like good enough for that. It's just like a Kite Ride. I mean, Kite Ride gets a lot of play, so maybe. I don't think we're going to be using this though. Like, I think I'd prefer to have Wall in my deck than this, I think. I guess it does make the top of your deck a lot better. Like, you can just choose what the top of your deck's going to be, which is kind of a useful effect. If we need like a level 3 monster, maybe we use this. I don't know. Yeah. Like, of the level 3s, I think I'd prefer this one. I don't know. It depends on how many of the things need to attack and defense too. So far we've seen 1. We don't know if there's many others. Super Heavy Samurai Flutist. You contribute this card to summon one Super Heavy monster from your hand. During either player's turn, when a card or Effect is activated that targets a Super Heavy Samurai monster you control, you banish this card from your graveyard and get the activation. If you do, destroy that card. Okay, so this card, a lot better than the previous two. If we need a level 3, we're going to be using this. This one's really good. Yeah, if a card Effect is activated that targets your thing, banish this card, negate the activation. There you go. Good card. So I assume you'd be using this card over these two if you need level 3. This card's actually not bad. So you already got this, and there's already a Synchro Summon of level 5, and then you have just this card's effect to protect your stuff. Not bad. This card sounds good. It sounds pretty good. Could see play? This would see play. I'd imagine, if we need a level 3. Not sure if we need a level 3 yet. We'll see. So many hand traps. There is a few hand traps in here. This avatar reminds me so much of Bujin, because like there's a bunch of hand traps and a bunch of graveyard traps, so like it was so much like Bujin. Alright. Heroic Challenger Night Watchman. If this card attacks a mentioned monster your opponent controls, before damage calculation, destroy that monster. So similar to like the Duel card. Yeah. I mean, the Duel card got some play for that effect, so maybe the effect is good enough for the Heroic Challenger archetype. We'll see. It's not a terrible effect, it's just probably not likely to be good enough as like, nothing to get excited over, I guess. Heroic Challenger Sword Shield. During either player's turn, if you control a face-up heroic monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of this turn, you take no battle damage, and heroic monster you control cannot be straight battle. Okay, so a hand trap that protects your stuff. Okay, not bad. Just a hand trap that just protects your shit from battle. Okay. Very stally card though. Super stally card. Could be good though. Especially considering most of your heroic stuff seems to have fuck all attack and defense. Alright, these boys here. Fuck all attack and defense. Okay. Could see play if heroics like needed. I don't know.
Card games on motorcycles!
Let's wait till Kabuki gets XYZ monsters. I don't want to wait. I hope they never come. Alright. Angel Trumpeter. This beautiful fairy-like flower... This is beautiful? Okay. Generates a delusional mist to keep the tuners away from the deepest parts of the forest, where sacred beasts dwell. A plant tuner level 4. Okay. This is a tuner, it's a normal monster, and it's level 4, and it's a normal monster. This card has uses. The fact it's a normal monster means you can use it with what the hell is it called? God damn it, I forgot the name of the card. I use it all the time, like the beans and stuff. Because that's like that's a pretty decent stat line. It's a plant. So if we need for some reason a plant level 4 monster for synchro summoning, you can now use this card. Unexpected die, yeah. So this card is really good with unexpected die. Unexpected die. Yeah, really good with unexpected die. It is a tuner. So you just have this card with this card. You now have a plant tuner out on the board that's level 4. So this could be used in something. Not sure what, but like this with unexpected die and like any other card is a synchro summon. Unexpected die feels good, man. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So this card actually surprisingly good. I take back saying it's not beautiful. It is beautiful. It's good in the normal monster decks anyway. We use some good access to some. I don't actually no idea if we already have any. I don't have Dueling Open, do I? I don't. Does anyone in the chat know? Do we actually have any level 4 normal tuners? We should have some, right? Do we have any level 4 normal tuners yet? I assume we do. I think I've used them before, so I assume we do. Any level 4 normal monsters or tuners yet? We've got to have some. Yeah, it's a creature seeder target. It's perfect. And also the thing from hand. I think Frostane Bargain actually did it. Bean support. I think I assume we would have a level 4 tuner by now. It's a normal monster. But I'm not 100% sure on that. If we don't, this card's even better. Yeah, we'll find that out later, I guess. Alright, Endless Decay. If you have 2,000 life points or less, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card's normal special summon, this card's attack become half the opponent's life points. What? I mean, so on average, this would only be like a 2,000 attack card, so it's pretty bad. But it's a free special summon. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be using this. Oh, is there any good memes where you just boost your opponent's life points to a shit ton? Give your opponent like fucking 5,000 life points and summon this. Even then, that's pretty bad. We don't have? Oh, is this the first level 4 normal tuner monster? Okay. Okay, that's actually exciting. Wait a minute. You can use that with the this is actually like a bean support card. It's also an earth monster. Wait, this is a bean support card. This is actually a bean support card. Are you not even gonna show me the beans? Yeah. It's actually bean support, dude. It's actually bean support. What the fuck? Oh my god. We got some more bean support, boys. I'm excited. I can stick this in the bean decks. It's actually Pog. It works with the shitty hand trap. I forgot what his name is. It's an earth hand trap. God damn it. Alright. I'm actually more excited for this card than anything I've seen in the box yet. There's gonna be some good fucking memes of this shit. I had to update my fucking bean deck. Damn. Alright. Move on, stop getting card-ons over a flower. Super Heavy Samurai Big Raji. Alright, if you have no spells, trap cards in your graveyard, you can summon this card from your hand. Not a bad effect. After this card was summoned this way, you cannot spell summon on its first turn, except, yeah. This can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a machine-type monster. Okay. That ain't bad. So it can already special summon itself as a level 5. So you can combo this then with your tuner. So these two boys, there's your level, what, level 7? Or if you have a big boy, which I don't know if we have any big boys, but if you have like something like Desperado, you can summon this. Summon Desperado with it. No, there might be some other big boy in here that you can use instead, but that's a pretty good effect. It's already a good way of synchro summoning, and it can be used for 2 tributes. Not bad, not bad. This card I assume we'll see play in all the Super Heavy Samurai decks. All of them. Good card. Yeah, Gem Merchant is what we're talking about. That thing? Actually don't know. Merchant. Really? No, it really doesn't matter. Okay, next. Alright, so here's the level 5 monster. So this is like what you use with this dude and this dude. One tuner, one or more non-tuner monsters. Oh, it's generic. That's good. It's a generic monster. When this card is synchro summoned, you can target one machine type monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Also, if you have spell trap cards in your graveyard, you cannot normal summon or spell summon monsters with the added monster's name for the rest of this turn. This card can attack while in defense position. If it does, applies defense damage calculation. Okay, so it's just a 2,300 attack monster that can add a thing from graveyard to hand, right? Not a terrible effect. Not a terrible effect. And it can attack while on defense, which is also pretty good. And I assume it will see played just as like a generic beater in the deck anyway. It may not necessarily be used for its effect, it more just might be used just for the fact it's a I mean, I guess you could actually summon this, add a machine type back, because I mean you can add this back again. So you could summon this, add this back. Yes, you use this, special summon this back, and then do a level 7. And go like a level up, so you can go with something higher. That might be cool. This combo would work, right? This isn't a once per turn or anything. Oh no, it doesn't let you do it until next turn. So you have to wait till next turn to do it. Okay. Okay, well you have to wait till next turn to use it. It's not that great, just like a good little generic beta. Probably get used, but yeah. Okay, Junk Collector. You can banish this card on the field and one normal trap in your graveyard. Apply that banish trap's effect. What the fuck? It's a junk card? Okay. Not sure why we need this just yet. Unless there's some reason we need a level 5 junk monster. Its effect isn't all that great. But it's there. You can set this card from your hand to spell trap card zone during your opponent's turn. If this set card is about to destroy it, sent to the graveyard, special summon it. If this card is special summon during your opponent's turn, destroy up to 2 set cards you control. Okay, so this can destroy your own back row. Okay. Well, I mean, this is a way of destroying your own back row, which is nice, because it destroys off your fucking... these boys. We'll see if we need that. I don't know if we need this yet. You can send this card from your hand, same as the other one. During your opponent's turn, this card is destroyed into the graveyard, special summon it. During your opponent's turn, each time an artifact monster is special summoned, draw 1 card. You must control this face-up card to activate and resolve this effect. Okay. I'm so confused on these cards. We have to wait till... There's got to be some things later on that makes these cards useful, because as they stand, they're pretty bad. Because you have to destroy them during your opponent's turn, which is kind of a hard thing to do. Especially if you use your own, like, your own spell and traps, because that takes up the spell and trap card zones you're trying to use for these effects. So hopefully there's some monsters that can kill them. The next turn affects if you do have spell and traps. Oh, is it? Oh, okay, so you can go higher with this. Oh, that makes this card so much better. You can just use this with a level 3 to get out to level 5, and use this with this to go higher. Alright, that makes this card so much better. Okay, thanks for letting me know, chat. Good stuff. That makes this card so much better. This is like a level upping thing, like a stepping stone when you're going up in your synchros. Okay, cool card then. You can use it. You can't usually use it to go into this one, but... okay. Super Heavy Samurai Ogre Shutendoi. This card can attack while in face-up defense position. If it does, apply its defense as damage, blah blah. When this card is synchro summoned while you have no spell trap cards in your graveyard, you destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. So there's your back row removal. That ain't bad. Back row removal is good. Summons it, that's good. Okay, so I assume this card will see play in the deck as well. That's a good effect. And it's level 6 too. So you have any level 4 boys, have your little dude, boom, you get this guy out. Destroys the back row, you're happy. Not bad, good effect. I assume we'll see play in the Super Heavy Samurai deck. Super Heavy Samurai Stealth Ninja. Okay. This can attack. Oh, so this is the level 7. So this is the card you can summon with this thing and this thing. And also there was there's another way of summoning it, I don't remember. This card can attack while faces defense position. If it does, apply its defense. If you have no spell trap cards in your graveyard, you can halve this card's original defense until the end of this turn. If you do, this card can attack your opponent directly. Okay, not bad. 1,400 is nice. Once per turn, during the next time phase, after this card is destroyed by a card effect into the graveyard, you can special summon this card, and it keeps rezzing itself. How annoying. Similar to like Fortune Lady, the Fortune Lady card. Okay. That ain't a bad effect. Similar to like the Samurai or the Fortune Lady, the other Samurai card or the Fortune Lady card. That's not a bad effect. Okay. It has to be destroyed then instead of banished. There's a lot of banishing in this box. That's not a bad effect. Okay. Cool. I like that. It avoids drowning too. Man, I don't own a house now. I'm visiting family, so I'm back at family's home for a while. Fire King artifacts. Yeah, Fire King's good to do it actually. That's not bad. Although it has to be during your opponent's turn, so they have to kill like your Fire King monsters. You can't just use the field spell. Not quite. It's only it's only by card fate, but it's still like it's a good effect, especially considering you have like a bunch of buffs for your defense of these things anyway. I like a look at this card. It could be fun to play with. The Super Heavy Samurai deck seems pretty free to play so far too. You haven't even seen the pay to play parts of it, if there is any. Alright, Psy Frame Lord Zeta. One tuner, one or more non-tuner monsters, so it's generic. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one special summoned monster your opponent controls in face-up attack position, banish both that monster and this card from the field, but return them in your next standby phase. During either player's turn, okay. If this card's in your graveyard, you can target one other Psy Frame card in your graveyard, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, add the target to your hand. So this card could be kind of useful. You might just completely take out one of your opponent's monsters every turn. The fact it comes back again makes this card not that great. It is generic though. It's not a bad effect, it's just like not like something super excited over, I don't think. It's not a bad effect by any means, but it's just like, it's level 7, so it's like not... I guess it's pretty easy to summon, so you just use these guys. We've already seen these, the synergy with this thing and, this guy. So this is like a level 6, either of these two, and this thing is already a level 7 to get this guy out. Super easy to summon this guy. His effect isn't bad, so I guess it's like, it's not a bad combo. It's not a bad combo. We'll see if it gets played, if like the deck is any good though. Because this is, I assume this will get played in all the Psy Frame decks, because it's like super easy to summon if you want it. But we'll see, we'll see. I don't even know if there's any other Psy Frames in here, so it might not be good enough. If this is like your biggest boss monster of the deck, it's probably not good enough, I'd imagine. I would imagine it's not good enough. It's super easy to summon, but its effect is kind of a bit too weak. It could be like a really good disruption to something like Blackwings though, since you can target their monsters before they like tuner summon. So you can just target their tuner, banish it with your monster. So that's good, I guess. You can like help stop synchro summoning. Then you have to get this out before they do their stuff anyway, so I don't know. But he can't give us the real boss monster because it's mental? Oh, okay, okay. It's similar to like what we had some of the other archetypes, like the real invoked ones or the real Thunder Dragon boss monsters or whatever. You get the field spell that supports it. We're about to go through the field spell, I imagine. What's the new X structure deck be Psy Frame? I think the structure decks are more for like popular archetypes, I'd imagine. Unless this is a Psy Frame is like used by one of the guys in the anime. And you can summon 3 copies of Zeta kind of easily since it frees out your monster zones. That's kind of cool. That's a cool little, I guess. Alright, let's see what the field spell does, because this might be the make or break for the deck. If a Psy Frame monster is special summoned to your side of the field, except during the damage step, you can immediately after this card resolves Synchro Summon one Synchro monster. So this is how you do it during your opponent's turn. At the start of the damage step, if a Psy Frame monster you control battles opponent's monster, you can discard one Psy Frame monster you're battling. Monster gains attack equal to discard. Oh, okay. Well, that makes them a bit better, because the 2,500 stat line is actually relevant now, because then you can just discard one of these boys, which already has 2,500, and boom, you have a big monster. Okay, so this field spell actually makes the deck. It's a shame you can't search the field spell though, because like I think you'd really need the spell for the deck to work, right? Was there any search for it? I don't remember going over any. Was there any like particular search for it? Because you may need a search for this card to be relevant. I guess since you're doing stuff during your opponent's turn, maybe you could just super like kind of hard to do. I guess you could use like the dude that searches for field spells, the tribute guy. You set him, you normal summon the guy that, whatever his name is, the little remote control car. I don't think this shit works on like Duel Links does. Pathfinder. So you like use Pathfinder, tribute it to search the field spell, and then you can use things like this during your opponent's turn to synchro summons that way. Demise of the land too, you could use that, but I assume you just use Pathfinder, I'd imagine. Ancient Fairy Dragon, that's a bit extreme. Okay. Don't you specifically need this card too? I don't know. Oh, I really want to see if this deck's actually playable or not. It seems super interesting to me. It seems so reliant on certain things. Because I don't think you'd use this card. Or it's unlikely you'd use this card. But you'd definitely use this one. And if this is the only way of like doing proper synchro summons, it may not be good enough since you're not like guaranteed this in your opening hand or anything. So you can search for this easily. Let's scrub the driver's effect unit. Probably would too, but I don't think you'd use Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a bit of a stretch. Right, let's move on. This is some safe range stuff. I have no idea if it's good enough. It seems like it's too reliant on this card. Like you'd actually have to have this card for the deck to work. But if it does, like these two cards by themselves are like pretty pog. You get like a 5,000 attack monster that can essentially keep banishing itself to stop itself being like destroyed and stuff. It's like can be really good and stop your opponent, interrupt your opponent doing shit. Especially if they're playing like a Synchro or Fusion deck or something. Alright. Cyberload Fusion. Fusion summon one Fusion monster lists a Cyber Dragon monster as Fusion material from your extra deck by shuffling Fusion material monster in your possession listed on it into your deck that you control or are banished, but your other monsters can attack first this turn. What the fuck? It's a quick play, so that's useful. You can do it during your opponent's turn if you want to. And you can use your banished stuff. So I assume Overload Fusion must be the banishing one, right? As we'll look at that in a sec. So I assume this is the banishing one. So you banish the stuff, then you use this one to bring them back again. So it's similar to the Elemental Hero card, except it's a quick play version of it. And the Elemental Hero card got played like once. I used to get played at a copy of like one. So I guess you'd use this card, I guess. Like you use this, then you can use this. Boom. Two big monsters instantly. Only one can attack during the turn, though. Oh no, only one's going to attack the rest of this turn, so you can use this after your Fusion Summon and they can both swing. Okay. So it seems like a good card, actually. Alright, this is pretty good. We'll see it. We'll check out later on. Seems like a pretty good card. I assume most Cyber Dragon decks would use at least one copy of this, if not have it as 3. Depends on how easy it is to banish your Cyber Dragon stuff. The trap that destroys in Fusion, maybe? The trap is so good. Alright, we'll get to the trap later on. Calm down. I assume we haven't gone over it yet. Must be this one here. Alright. Righty Driver. For a Synchro summon, you can substitute this card for any one Synchron tuner. That's good. If this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Lefty Driver from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use the effects of Righty Driver once per turn. So you can summon this, and summon your Righty Driver, your Lefty Driver. So this dude can have this. and it can be a level 3. So you can have a level 3 or a level 2 if you want one. And then this dude. And it can count as a Synchron. So that's pretty good. That's not bad. These are good for like your Junk Warrior stuff, right? Because they're level 2s too. They're all low level. Is it better than using like a Junk Warrior though? Probably not. But I guess it's like it's just a good little effect you can have. You have this and you have any level 4 or something, you're good. And this card of course searches for it. Okay. Well, it might be alright. You already did the trap? Did I? Oh, what, this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, that's what you mean. This trap card. Okay, so you use this trap card to banish the Cyber Dragons and this card to special summon. Okay. Okay, this card will definitely see play then in the deck if you're using it for that method. Alright. That's what that trap card's for. Makes more sense now. The trap card's like a dual wield that can back up for this card. Okay, cool stuff. Not bad. Does your driver change to level 3 plus 4? Oh, yes, Junk Destroyer pops based on the amount of things used, right? Okay. Alright. Also gives us access to things like the whatever his name is. The big Chris Strong guy, whatever that thing is, the Quadrinox, whatever the hell it is. I don't know if Quadrinox needs a specific thing or if it's generic or not. Is Quadrinox generic? I don't even remember. If that thing's generic, you can use it with like Righty Driver or something. I don't know, never mind, we'll move on. Oh, Quadrinox is 2 tuners, right? Not 2 monsters? Oh, okay, never mind. I think that's 2 tuners. Oh yes, it's 2 tuners, it's not that great. Does the Cyber Dragon cards work with Toon Cyber Dragon? Don't think so. Nah, it wouldn't. It's referring to cards that say they specifically are called Cyber Dragon in their card text, so I'd imagine not. If we're talking about this trap card specifically, I don't think so. If we're talking about the things that actually have the, like this card is treated as Cyber Dragon while on the field. Talking about stuff like that. I don't think Toon would work. So I don't think this says that. Yeah, it doesn't contain like the card text like this one does, so I assume this one, nah. Imagine not. Alright, next. Oh, so an SR Super Heavy. Cool. You can target 1 Super Heavy summon monster you control. Equip this card from your hand field to that target. While this card is equipped to a monster by its effect, monster your opponent controls cannot attack monsters you control except the equipped monster. Okay, so you can attach this to one of your big defense position monsters and you're pretty set. You contribute a monster you control equipped with this card by its effect to spirit assign 1 summon monster from your deck. Okay, so you can equip this to one of your other things, attribute it, search for something? It's a good search. Interesting. So the main use I assume is for the search effect of this. Was there a Super Heavy that liked being attributed for something? I don't quite remember. There must be a reason that you use this. Was there a Super Heavy that liked being attributed? Is it Superior Ultra? Oh, the Superior Ultra Rare too? Is there? Oh, there is too. I'll get through that in a second. I mean, the Super Fairies are already alone seem really easy to summon their stuff, so... A side thing of Super Heavy Samurai is getting the Gravefall for the other synchros. Okay. Well, we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. I have no idea like what the particular use of this is. I assume it's used though. It's like a good search effect, I guess. Wash Warrior. During damage calculation in either player's turn, if a warrior synchro monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Your battling monster's attack becomes double its current attack during the damage calculation only. So keep in mind, when it says if a warrior synchro monster, it means things like Junk Warrior. It doesn't mean like the samurai monsters. It like the Six Samurai, like Shien. It means Junk Warrior, like or the big warrior cards, whatever they're called. It's not called Junk Warrior. There's whatever the warrior synchro cards are. I forgot their names are. There's things that have warrior in the name, not in like the type, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it means anyway. Yeah, Stardust Warrior, Junk Warrior, that kind of stuff. So that's really good. That's really good. A hand trap, doubling your thing to like 5k plus attack, really good. So I assume this card will be in every Junk Warrior deck imaginable. PogChamp, Nitro Warrior, that kind of stuff. Really good. This level 8 boss that equipped is used to get him out. Sans tributes. Okay. Yeah, like the Stardust Warrior. So yeah, this card is very good. No wonder it's an SR. Super good card. For that particular archetype anyway. Alright, Cyber Dragon Core. When this card's normal summoned, add one Cyber, spell, trap card from your deck to your hand. I wonder what we can use this one for. Well, we have this coming up. Okay. And there's other stuff too that are already in the game. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. You can only use one Cyber Dragon core effect once per turn, and only once per turn. This card names becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or on the graveyard. There is a good effect. Summon this, search for this, there you go. There's some fusion summoning for you there. So this is going to be a 3-of in every deck using this card. PogChamp. The SR event card works well with Rush Warrior. Oh yeah, I did the new one. I'll probably wait till the box comes out before making a deck on that then. In fact, you can use machine duplication on core to summon 2 copies of the regular Cyber Dragon. Can you actually? That's pretty fucking cool. Can you actually? What's it fucking called? Machine duplication. We've only got one copy of it, so. Hello? Okay, you know what? I'll just Google it. Target one machine type monster you control with 500 attacks. Will summon 2 monsters in the deck with the same name as that monster. Okay. Well then. That's a good effect. This is in Duel Links. We have one copy of this. This is in Duel Links. So that's a pretty cool little effect you got there. Okay. Little interesting combo you got. Huh. That's 3 Cyber Dragons on the board there, boys. Okay. There's a combo we're going to be using in the deck too. God damn. Popular combo in the TCG. Oof. Excited to do that shit then. Fucking oath. Okay, well, don't worry about that one when we come to it. That's a good little combo. Thanks for pointing that out, chat. God damn. Alright. Krebons. When this card is targeted for an attack, you can pay 800 life points to negate the attack. God damn, that is a stally ass card. Put this card on the board, your opponent can't really kill you for a while, and you can synchro summon later on. Okay, well it's not a bad card. But it's only when it's targeted for an attack, so it's not like it protects your other monsters, it just protects itself. So it's like a slow play tuner, which I don't think we particularly need, unless we need a psychic level 2 tuner for some reason. So it's not all that great. It's not a bad card by any means, but it's not really something to be excited over, I don't think. Now you can't get 3 copies of level J, you can only get 1 copy. So it's gonna be it's a hard combo to do, but if you happen to have the combo, you're gonna just fucking that's Pog. That is really good. Okay. We'll move on to this card. I think this card's more of a filler card. It's probably not going to be all that useful. It's not a bad card by any means, but it's probably not all that useful unless we need a level 2 Psychic Tuner. Super Heavy Samurai Soul Piercer. You can target one super hero summons you control, equip this card monster from your hand or your side of the field to that target. If it attacks, damage your monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. If this card's over the field to the grave, you can add one super hero monster from your deck to your hand. So it's just a searcher again. Okay. So it's just a searcher. So I assume there's a way we're going to be popping your own stuff to search for things, which may be the Ultra, which we'll come across in a sec. Otherwise, the effects don't seem all that great. It's a good searcher though. It's just like, yeah, it's just, I assume it's just going to be used for its searching. Like you can just put this on there, then tribute it, search for something, use that thing instead. I assume it's what it's going to be used for. Giant Rat. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can spit summon one Earth monster with 1,500 or less. Oh, so this is the fucking. So this card is another one of those really good searches. It's like the fucking tomato from the last box. So this card will probably see play in something in the future. Maybe it's just a good generic searcher for dumb decks. So for whatever reason you want a Earth monster with 1,500 less attack from your deck, here you go. This can find it for you. I'm not sure what particularly we're going to be searching for that's currently in Duel Links, but it's something that's just... It's just good for if you want, especially for meme decks, it's good to have something like this, because you can just search for particular meme cards easily. You can search a Bean Soldier! Pog! Dude, after seeing this fucking card, I'm so excited to play Beans. Like, goddamn, this is a fucking Bean card if I've ever seen one. Oof, I want to play with this so bad. Like, do I just update the Bean deck immediately as my first video I make for the box? Is that even what? Oh my god. You could use the new boss too that they came to Duel Links. I don't know if you want to, but fuck. It's actually so good in Beans. Alright, stop fucking fanboying over the dumb card. Move on. You're a beanbag. Your grandson, the elemental bean. Oh, I don't think it's going to be too easy to summon in Beans, because fuck me, it's hard to get 5 in the grave. Especially considering the skill you use summons Darks. Oh shit. Bring up the hacksaw stuff. Right. Junk Archer. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls, banish it. During the end phase of this turn, return it to your opponent's side of the field in the same position. Junk Synchron, one or more non-treated monsters. Okay. So assume this will just go. Oh, there's a lot of there's already a lot of things in the level 7 slot, I believe, in the junk deck. I'm pretty sure there's already a level 7 monster that you might want to use over this. Might be wrong on that. Junk. What's the level 7 synchro event? This one's level 8. Is this level 7? So Berserker, what does that do? You banish one jump monster from your graveyard. One phase of monster your opponent controls, the title lose attack equal to the banished monster's attack. Would you prefer this card, or would you prefer this card? This card's better for like OTKing. I'm not sure if I like this card. It's like super like... It's used for like an OTK style, because you can get rid of your opponent's monster, leave their field open, swing in. So it might be good, but at the same time, is it better than just having that previous card? I don't know. Also, it's a target effect. It does free out your opponent's board though for a direct attack, so I guess it's not bad. You probably just stuff this in the junk deck anyway. I don't think it's something I'm too excited about though. Berserker was never really played in junk decks back in the day, but Archer was. Okay. So it's just it's better than Berserker then. Yeah, so it's mostly just gonna be used for its OTK kind of stuff, I imagine. It's probably not a bad card. It's just gonna sit in like the extra deck though. It's not gonna be like your boss monster for the deck. I don't think you'd be summoning it that often. I could be wrong, but I think you'd prefer the other synchros over this. I guess it depends on like how easy it is to get level 7 compared to the other levels. Either way, we'll move on. Thunder Dragon Duo. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing 1 light and 1 dark monster, so it's a chaos card. Once per turn, if a monster effect is activated in your hand, this card gains 200 attack until the end of this turn. Okay, good with the Thunder Dragons. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can banish 1 card from your graveyard, add 1 Thunder monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, during your opponent's end phase, you can tire 1 of your banished cards placed on top of the deck. And it's 2,800. So this card is really good for a lot of reasons. And the main reason being, it's the biggest Thunder Dragon we have now. So we now have something that's actually good to target for this thing, right? You can discard this card, special summon 1 Thunder Dragon that is banished or in your graveyard, blah blah. You now can summon a 2,800 instead of the 2,400 before, plus this thing can buff itself to more than that. So now Thunder Dragons that are like a deck people were using as like a rogue style deck, I think they're using it for more synchro plays, may just use this card as their boss monster instead, or even with the synchro plays that are already going. So this may just push the Thunder Dragon archetype to being an actual proper deck, as opposed to being like this weird rogue kind of deck that's used more for synchro play than actually the Thunder Dragon stuff. Which is cool. It's nice that Thunder Dragons have their own like thing they're doing instead of being super reliant on extra deck. So I like this card being introduced. Yeah, will it make Thunder Dragons like a tiered deck? I don't think so. It's certainly like the Thunder Dragons are already verging on being like competitive, like being like actually a good deck. Like they're not terrible, so maybe this will push them to just being just in the tier 3 maybe. I don't think it's going to be a high tier deck, but I mean, it's nice they have this. I assume they're all going to use this now. I'd love to see this card later anyway. In the game. It's good stuff. I'm not sure what Thunder Dragon stuff is missing, but I assume there's some much better cards in this that might come that break Duel Links, so I'm glad they started with this one at least. Like, that's not going to completely break the game. The fusions are missing? Oh. Okay. I love your Duel Links best decks. Thank you, ADL. Wait, your name is ADL No Love, but you just said you love me. Any of the fusions will break the game? Okay. Well, hopefully they never add those to the game. If it dies, you can revive it with Hawk because it says it must... If it dies, you can revive it with Hawk because it says must first be special summoned. Oh, okay. Exposed. They've been tier 1 of the TCG the past 1.5 years. Oh, okay. So they're being very careful with what they're adding. I see. Okay. Chain Disappearance. Okay. When a monster with 1000 or less attack is summoned, banish that monster with 1000 or less attack. Then your opponent banishes all cards with the same name as that card from their hand or deck. Okay. So this is like... Your opponent wants to have fun by playing some low-level tuner deck, bring out their cybernetic core, boom, get rid of that shit. Get it out of the deck. It's gone. But then you use cybernetic fusion, and oh, it's back again. You get a fucking free fusion summon. I don't know. I don't think this card's going to see play in anything other than being like a Duel Links meta fucking extra deck card for something. There's no way there's anything you use this with, right? Because even banishing... What do we have to banish now? We have like fucking Alistair? I don't know how to spell Alistair. Invoked. Doesn't that card like being banished? Alright, we can't even look at him, I don't even care. Yeah, I'm not sure how much use this card will get. I think we already have cards that are similar to this. We have like the Destruction card. I don't know. It's just a tech card, right? It's not really something you're going to be using. Can banish Shiranui tuners. Ah, yes, banishing the Shiranui tuners. We want to banish all them Shiranui cards. They would love to have them banished. Alistair likes being banished in Invocation. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, it's currently in the game, the stuff that you're banishing is a bit of a yikes. Especially like with Core coming. I don't think this card's gonna get much play. Let's move on to the actual exciting card here, boys. Dark Magician Circle. This is a card that Brad just keeps goddamn orgasming about. He actually has continuous wet dreams about this one. When this card is activated, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then you can reveal one Dark Magician or one Spell or Trap card that specifically lists Dark Magician among them. Add it to your hand. Also, place the remaining cards on top of your deck in any order. So it can add Dark Magicians to your hand, whatever spell cards you like to hand, and it can also then make you stack your deck the way you want it. Already a good effect, right? But it doesn't stop. If Dark Magician is normal or special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can target one card your opponent controls and banish it. So it reminds me a bit of like the Metaphys card that just banishes stuff with the Metaphys effects. Similar kind of thing. It's a continuous spell, so you have this on the board. You can continuously do all these fucking removing your opponent's stuff, and you get this cool little search effect. PogChamp. Very, very cool card. Is this the card that finally makes Dark Magician not shit tier? Will Dark Magician go from being shit tier rogue to finally playable? We'll see. Plus it combos with the Ritual Dark Magician too, so you get 2 pops. True. Is it going to be good enough? Personally, I don't think so, but maybe. I think Dark Magician could get there. They're trying. They're pushing. Now we really want them to get to a point where they're actually played, so people can actually spend money on that structure deck. Surprised this wasn't in the structure deck, to be honest. No Tech W. So your new units don't do anything while banished, it's a non-choose of $2. Yeah, but you have like cards that can specifically bring back the banished stuff, including the tuner brings back the banished stuff. Actually, no, the tuner banished. It actually bring back the level 2 tuner, actually. Yeah, the stuff that brings back the banished pile. What are your ideas on adding the cards to new Dark Magician? I mean, there's not really any ideas on it, you're just going to use it in it. It's like going to be a guaranteed staple. You're going to 100% use this card. Not sure how many of it you're going to use. It's a hard once per turn? Like, if you have 2 of these on the board, is it hard once per turn? I think it is, right? You gotta use it for Dark Magician, so once per turn? Yeah, okay. So it's a hard once per turn, so having like multiple of these isn't all that great. I guess you can always use the stack effect. You're always gonna want one of these at least. I don't really have any ideas in particular for it though, you're just gonna run it in the deck. It may make it easier to use like search for navigation, I guess. Either way, let's stop looking at this fucking card. We'll leave it that for when we play Dark Magician later on. If we manage to get enough of it from the box, and the box is nice to me. Otherwise we're left playing these boys down here. These super heavies. Alright. Overload Fusion. Fusion summon 1 Dark Machine Fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your field or graveyard. So this is used obviously for the Cyber Dragon stuff. Kind of odd actually, considering we have this one now too. Like, is this card going to be used like as a one-off and you won 3 of this? So you use this thing to search for this one, right? So you may run this as like a one-off and run 3 of this. This is kind of like how the fusion monsters used to use, like the 3 normal fusion had the 1 extra one. Fuck Dark Lords is tier 0 and fuck anyone who says otherwise. Free Celebrate of the Dark Lords. No, don't free the Dark Lords, they can stay there. They're already tier 1, aren't they? Goddamn. Oh, all the Cyber Dragons are dark? Oh, not a single light. Oh, all the Cyber Dragons are light, not a single dark one. Oh. What is this used for then? I thought this was a Cyber Dragon card. What's it used for? The Cyber Darks? Is that what it's used for? What's it used for then? Like the Chimera Tech Over Dragon? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, because there's one coming up. Oh, I see. So it's used for this card. Okay. We'll wait till we get to that then. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can change its battle position. This card can attack while in face-up defense position. If it does, apply its defense for damage calculation. If you have no spell trap cards in your graveyard, you can change this card you control from face-up defense position to attack position. If you do, add one superhero monster from your deck to your hand. So it's a really good searcher. Okay. So it's just a searcher, right? When this card's not spelling, okay. So you summon this card. When it's normal spell summoned, you change your defense position. Then you can use this effect to change it to attack position, search for something like this little boy here. Combo with it, you can get your level 6, so you can get this dude out if you want it. Or if there's something else you want, I don't know if there was another chin here that we wanted. But yeah, that's the aim of it. So good card, really good searcher. Yeah. I assume you'd use 3 of this in your super heavy deck. Not really much else to say about it, it's just you summon it, really PogChamp searcher. Go to level 6 whenever you want one. Why do I see Commander Overdrive and Glasses Green to overload for it? I don't want to see I don't want to see any of that shit. I hate Glasses Green decks personally. Ancient Gear Chaos Giant is dark. Add the Mad Lokonami. Invoked Aromage is tier 3. That does not talk about invoked in every deck, because that triggers the hell out of me. Let's keep it out of the one free-to-play deck in the game. One of the free-to-play decks in the game. The only card trader deck. After damage calculation, when this card battles a face monster, you can banish that monster, also banish this card. Okay. So similar to a card we already have in the game, I think. Yeah, similar to another card we already have in the game, actually. The other banishing trick you used to use with Red Eyes. And there's another card you can use in its place. It almost like matches the wording exactly right. Don't we already have a card that banishes when you battle with it? I thought we already had a card that does this. Banish the cock. Yeah, not much else to say about this. It speaks for itself. It's a card that you use in like something like Red Eyes. There you go. We do? Yeah, it's a card we already have that does like something similar to this. So it's like that card already gets play randomly in things like Red Eyes, so I guess this card might see play instead of that. Otherwise it's not really going to get played as like a main deck card in most decks though. Alright. Here is the card we're using with Overlaid Fusion. Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. 2+ Cyber Dragon monsters. Okay. A fusion summon this card can only be done with the above fusion materials. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target spell trap cards on the field up to the number of fusion materials used for its summon, destroy them. Okay, so really good back row removal. It's at minimum 2 cards being removed. Once per turn, you can send up to 2 light machine type monsters from your deck to the graveyard. If you do, for each monster sent, this card gains 1 additional attack. So you can make this card attack 3 times, with 2,100 attack and they'll have no back row. To be fair, its attack stat's pretty low, so it may not be all that useful. Then again, you can use this card's effect to send the stuff to the graveyard, then use this card afterwards to summon another one, if you want another one. Or summon the Beer Chimera Tech. Interesting. I assume you're going to be using this like just with the Cyber Dragon cards in general. You're going to have one of these in the deck, one of these in the deck, and then just once you've done your normal Cyber Dragon stuff, then you'll summon this maybe, or you use this to clear the back row first. This is optional, the other is not? Oh, is that what the difference is? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Like, the other Cyber Dragon cards are like PogChamp. This one, I guess, is like it's going to be a good card that you will use in the deck probably, especially if you're using this card. But like its effect is, its attack stat is pretty low, so you'd have to have some like... This card isn't what makes Cyber Dragon good. I think it's going to be like the other cards in combination with this. So if the other cards are good enough, then this card will be Pog. It just depends on if the other cards are good enough to go with this before we see if the Cyber Dragon cards are really good or not. Because the other support, like this card here, really fucking cool. They may make that, and this card here, like, it may just mean that the Cyber Dragon archetype is going to be really good. Having this as like an extra, easily will make the deck really, really strong. Especially considering this card will just like guarantee your opponent dies on the turn you remove all their stuff. Especially, he can even kill through things like Grit really easily. Artifact Lancia. Oh yeah, also of course the Cyber Dragon skill that's in the game. You can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap card zone as a spell card. During your opponent's turn, if this set card is in the spell and trap zone is destroyed, send it to the graveyard, special summon it. During your opponent's turn, you contribute this card from your hand or face up from your field. Neither player can banish cards the rest of this turn. So this is a hand trap that says, fuck you, Shiranui. What else do we banish with currently? There's the invoke stuff that has a little bit of banishing needed. It says fuck you to that. Other than that, what have we got that's banished so far? There's not a whole lot of banish. There's just mostly... I guess you could use this when someone tries to use Cosmic Cyclone, if you want to protect your stuff from being Cosmic. Like, every deck runs Cosmic right now. This card can protect your stuff from being Cosmic Cycloned. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. It can protect you from Cosmic Cyclone. That's actually pretty... That's kind of amusing, actually. You can have, like... Your opponent runs specifically stuff to remove back row, and then you run stuff to specifically stop someone removing your back row. So they're tech carding against you, and you're tech carding against their tech card. So that's kind of amusing. Oh, Ritual Beast too. Yep, true. Blackwings. They gave us a counter in a box. There's a lot of banish. True. There's a lot of banishing stuff in here. Can also fuck with Thunder Dragon. I really like the fact that this can be used like with any deck though, because like you can use this literally to stop Cosmic, right? Because Cosmic is like in every deck. Every deck runs fucking Cosmic. I have no idea what percentage of the tier list here. Let me just have a look. No. I'll use the search function. What percentage of the cards in the game deck actually use Cosmic Cyclone right now? Look at this shit. Like, actually look at this. This card is like, even at worst, it's just a Cosmic Cyclone cucker. So maybe this card will see play in main decks. That'd be cool. I'd love to see tech cards see play in main decks, especially considering we're a best of one format. That'd be cool. It's played in every deck in the TCG against Orcust. Yeah, so at most this will be in every Duel Links meta side deck. But it's cool to see that maybe, because of Cosmic Cyclone, this will be played in every deck. Because at worst, you're just going to be stopping people Cosmicing your cards. Cool. PogChamp. It's the most used card in right. Yeah, that speaks for itself. So maybe this card will see play. I'd love to see if it does. Anyway, we'll move on. Stardust Spark Dragon. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one face-up card you control. Once during... Hello? I'm trying to read that. Once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by draw card effects. Okay, so first question. Is this better than the current the better Stardust Dragon? Because as we can see, the current Stardust Dragon... We'll just use this guy's fucking website because it's fucking pretty good. The current Stardust Dragon sees play in fucking nothing, as you can see. No one uses it. So, is it better than that? So the advantage of this is obviously it stops something being destroyed by battle. That is the upside. The downside is it doesn't stop the dude that's destroying your stuff from being negated and destroyed like the other Stardust does. So the card effect version is kind of worse. It just stops something being destroyed at battle. So will you use this? I doubt it. I think there are better cards in the level 8 slot than this. I think you won't be using this. It has to be banished too, yeah. I think there are better cards than this. Level 8 slot is already like pretty stacked. You won't be using this card. It is generic. It does have like a specific protection effect. It's not a terrible card by any means, but I think the level 8 slot is already stacked enough. Like your extra deck is only 6 cards, right? If you only have 6 cards in your extra deck, something like this is probably not going to make the cut. Alright, move on. Minus 1000, the invoked player wouldn't care. True, but then again, you might have a second one to fuck him when he uses his invoke cards. Because they use banish effects too. Tragodia. When you take battle damage, you can spell summon this card from your hand. Gain 600 attack and defense for each card in your hand. Okay, Slicer, calm down. Once per turn, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls with the same level as the monster sent in the hand. Take control of that face-up monster. Okay. Once per turn, you can target what's in your graveyard. This card's overcome is the same as that. What the fuck? Alright, so at minimum, let's say you're going first with this card. You just you pass turn 1, you do absolutely nothing. So you're going first. You have, what, 4 cards in your hand. This is going to have fuck all attack. You see the 600 attack, you're like, oh, Pog, look at that fucking attack stat. Nah, it's fucking shit. You're going to have literally nothing. 600 attack is nothing. Your hand has to be literally massive for that to be useful. There's no way this card's good, right? I mean, I guess you can use it just as like if you don't want to use it as your boss monster, you just want to use it as a card. And then steal shit later on. Maybe you'll use it? Maybe just to steal shit? You're not going to use this as like your boss monster though. You're going to be using it for its stealing effect. But you have to have these stealings like that's the same level. What a weird card. Like, you can use this in Blue Eyes really easily, right? It's really good in Blue Eyes. If your brain happens to have levels of level 10 or level 8, whatever it is. So I guess like he's gonna be using like something like Blue Eyes or Slate maybe, but other than that, I don't think you're particularly gonna want it. Yeah, it has to be using something that you have high level monsters in hand if it's gonna be used. Like Dark Lords might use it, maybe. But otherwise, like it as a boss monster isn't gonna be one. You're not gonna be using it. The 600 attack isn't enough to be like super relevant. But the stealing effect might be useful, maybe. Bad smiley face, good card smiley face. They're getting mixed emotions here, chat. Alright, well, I think that's it for the review. Let's give a brief summary of it all. Beans, Pog. Beans top tier. Beans tier 1 right now. You're going to be seeing bean decks all over the goddamn ladder. These artifact cards, I think the artifact archetype will be shit. This archetype effect card though will be very good. It may even be good enough as like a tech card to just be stuffed into decks as a Cosmic Cyclone counter at worst, and at best like a Shiranui counter. Cyber Dragons, this card is insane. It's with this card especially, holy shit, you've now got a really good Cyber Dragon deck. Use this with Machine Duplication, PogChamp. Really, really good. So Cyber Dragons may make it to being like a proper deck now finally, as opposed to being scum. Like they may go from being at least to a rogue deck as opposed to being garbage. Dark Magician getting a really powerful support. Will Dark Magician be top tier? I still don't think this card's good enough to make them like god tier or anything. They may sneak into tier 3, maybe. I doubt it, but they might. I don't think it's good enough to make them overpowered. It might though, it might. Well, you can have some high hopes for Dark Magician at least. These super heavy samurai guys, they're really hard to determine how good they are. They're good because I counter Wardy and Drowning Mirror Force, I guess. But like by themselves, they seem kind of like they only have one really good boss, and that's this dude. He's really easy summon to be fair, but it's kind of, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see with them. That's the archetype I'm super like I have no idea about. Same with the Psy Lords actually. The Psy guys are really like they get like 5,000 attack. They can remove your opponent's stuff and interrupt their plays and a bunch of other shit. Got some hand traps or whatever. Oh, this guy I guess. But are they gonna be good enough? I don't know. it seems to be like super reliant on having like specific tuners though. And we'll see. We'll see with that Dark type too. Hard to say. What else did I miss? Anything else? Oh yeah, the Thunder Dragon card. Hopefully, we'll make Thunder Dragons more focused on themselves rather than being like this weird synchro deck they currently are. Hopefully they'll actually use this as like their boss, so they won't just be relying on synchro plays. So they'll go from being like a rogue deck that is currently just not even really Thunder Dragon, you might as well just be using any other synchro deck, to being more of a Thunder Dragon focused deck, which will be cool. Glad they introduced this into the game. May even make them be good enough for tiered. I don't think so, but it might push them in. Is that all? Constella's probably garbage still. I don't think they've added enough to fix them yet. Other than that, I think that's it. Alright. Super Heavy are good for raid tournaments? Certainly are. Alright, that's it boys. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. First deck I would make from this box will probably be PogChamp Beans are back. Because they fucking added more support for the beans. Alright, I'm done anyway boys. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. This whole stream, if you missed any of it or want to see other parts of it, will be uploaded to YouTube later on today because it gets requested so much whenever I do one of these, so I'll do it. So yeah, look out for that if you want it. Other than that, make sure to use your follow the stream if you're not already. Because you guys, like 78 of you, surely one of you isn't following yet. Hit that fucking follow button. Other than that, I don't know. That's about it, boys. Give me your Twitch primes. We like Twitch Prime in here. Twitch Prime's nice. And me. All right. Thank you all for tuning in anyway, lads. I'll catch you all next stream, which probably will be tomorrow. Don't count me on that. This is a very inconsistent stream of this one. Later, nerds.